And here are the crypto top headlines. First up, Dan Morehead predicts stock market crash, says crypto to outshine equities, real estate, and bonds. Next, major Bitcoin price target for 2024. Michael Saylor comments. Also, expert says XRP investment has bigger potential and opportunity than stocks of Amazon, Apple, and Netflix. Plus, Ripple dominates Ethereum in interest in almost every U.S. state. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We are a new channel here on YouTube, and would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Dan Morehead predicts stock market crash, says crypto to outshine equities, real estate, and bonds. Pantera Capital founder Dan Morehead is forecasting an incoming correction in equities markets and a relative outperformance of crypto assets. Morehead says, via social media platform X, that he believes the S&P 500 is massively overvalued and due for a 23% fall. The investor who oversees $4.2 billion worth of assets at Pantera says the Federal Reserve will likely have to continue raising interest rates in the face of surging wage inflation and a wave of worker strikes across the U.S. He says a continued hiking schedule from the Fed will weigh down on stocks, bonds, and real estate, so a best-case scenario would only be for prices to remain flat for some time. What's more likely, however, is a sizable correction in the S&P 500 and an underperformance of equities, says Morehead. Another possible outcome is a very long period of flat prices. There are two periods of roughly 13 years that stocks didn't go up, August 2000 to February 2013, and November 1968 to August 1982. That's kind of like my best case scenario. And then to complete the scenarios, I can definitely see a chance that equities revert to the average equity risk premium we've experienced in environments like this, rising rates. Those two periods averaged 2.25% above bond yields. If equities repriced to that, they would fall 43%. My central forecast is in gold below. The investor says that while stocks and other risk assets are likely due for a stagnant period, crypto and real commodities could be what outperform during that time. So what does this mean for blockchain assets? We talk to asset allocators all the time. If you're thinking of putting money to work in bonds, I think that's pretty dangerous. Real estate is coming off all-time highs. Equities are overvalued. That does leave a couple of asset classes like real commodities and blockchain assets. Blockchain is a trillion-dollar asset class. Most institutions have essentially zero exposure right now. I believe they should dial it up to a couple percent. Our next top headline, major Bitcoin price target for 2024. Michael Saylor comments. Michael Saylor comments on Bitcoin's price potential in the year of the upcoming halving. In a recent interview with CNBC, MicroStrategy chairman and Bitcoin magnate Michael Saylor said he believes Bitcoin can 10x from here on. However, such levels would require an unprecedented demand for the cryptocurrency, which seems possible given that several macro and technical events could boost BTC adoption in 2024. Between those events is the halving, which will reduce 50% of the BTC mining rewards for miners, forcing miners to sell their stash of BTC to keep the lights on, Saylor noted. You're going to see $12 billion of natural selling per year converted into $6 billion of natural selling a year. at the same time as things like spot Bitcoin ETFs increase the demand for Bitcoin, Saylor stated. These scenarios could drive an unprecedented demand for Bitcoin, contracting supply, buying pressure, and geopolitical tension coupled with global economic strains. The spot ETF hype. Another crucial scenario Saylor spoke about is approving a Bitcoin spot ETF, which many investors are convinced will drive Wall Street and other institutional investors towards BTC. Interestingly, investment research firm Bernstein, previously an anti-Bitcoin firm, predicted that a future ETF could push prices north of $150,000 by 2025. Going back to Saylor, he said this institutional wave will stabilize not only Bitcoin itself, but the whole crypto industry, boosting BTC's price even more. When banks and responsible custodians are managing Bitcoin and the industry takes its eyes away from all of the shiny little tokens that have distracted and demolished shareholder value, I think the industry moves to the next level and we 10x from here. At Saylor, at Sarah Eisen, says Brad Mills. The above segues into his comments on SBF and the current state of the industry. Sam Bankman-Fried, who was recently found guilty of all 7 charges, including 2 counts of wire fraud, was a major liability for Bitcoin, alongside the many crypto influencers and unreliable crypto custodians that were manipulating Bitcoin, he said. For the industry to move to the next level, we need to migrate to adult supervision. We need to rationalize away from the 100,000 crypto tokens that people are manipulating to Bitcoin. Our next top headline, expert says XRP investment has bigger potential and opportunity than stocks of Amazon, Apple, and Netflix. Crypto expert Panos Mekras recently shared his perspective on the investment potential of XRP in contrast to stocks of prominent companies such as Amazon, Apple, and Netflix. Specifically, Mekras argued that XRP has a more extensive investment outlook than the stocks of the FANG companies. His perspective was built on a post by renowned stock investor Brian Feroldi. In a recent tweet, Feroldi pointed out that latecomers to the stock market still have ample opportunity to make substantial gains, provided they take the bold move. He cited examples of successful investments in Apple, Amazon, and Netflix made 5 years after key milestones in their development. His words for each of the cited tech giants read along the lines. If you bought Apple 5 years after the iPhone launch, you made a ton of money. If you bought Amazon 5 years after the AWS launch, you made a ton of money. If you bought Netflix 5 years after it started streaming, you made a ton of money. Feroldi concluded the tweet by noting that being late to the party may not be as bad as most people assume. You can be late and still win big, the stock investor remarked. Crypto author agrees, but he favors XRP. Notably, crypto author Panos Mekras acknowledged Feroldi's perspective, noting such opportunities lie in the crypto sphere. Mekras highlighted that the crypto space presents similar opportunities for latecomers, albeit with tremendous potential and a wealth of innovation. It's the same with crypto, but with a much bigger potential and more opportunities, so many great projects, so much innovation, Mekras remarked. Meanwhile, he particularly cited that XRP and Avalanche represent top-tier Layer 1 crypto projects. According to the crypto author, XRP and AVAX are like blue-chip cryptocurrency assets. Ultimately, Mekras' comments underscore his belief in the significant growth potential of cryptocurrencies. These views challenge the traditional notion that entering the market at a later stage hinders the potential for substantial gains. Our next top headline, Ripple dominates Ethereum in interest in almost every U.S. state. Vermont, New York, Oregon, and the District of Columbia are the only U.S. regions where Ethereum is more popular than Ripple. Americans are interested in Ripple. Ripple's native token, XRP, seems to be a highly intriguing topic for many Americans. According to Google Trends data, the residents of 47 states have displayed higher interest in the asset than Ethereum. Delaware, Nevada, Louisiana, Arizona, and Hawaii are the regions where XRP is the most popular. On the other hand, Vermont, New York, Oregon, and the District of Columbia are the only areas where Ethereum has surpassed Ripple's coin. XRP price has gone through numerous ups and downs since the beginning of 2023, experiencing a significant uptrend in the second half of the year. The positive performance could be a result of the developments surrounding the lawsuit between Ripple and the U.S. SEC, specifically the 3 partial wins that the blockchain enterprise has secured so far. The outcome of a legal battle, which has been ongoing since December 2020, is expected to be revealed in the spring of 2024 during a grand trial. Multiple analysts and experts have predicted that a decisive win for Ripple could propel a further jump for XRP. Some of the XRP forecasts. The popular X user Credible argued that the asset's valuation could rise to approximately 90 cents by the summer of next year. While such a prediction sounds somewhat realistic, other analysts like Shannon Thorpe have envisioned astronomical increases. She assumed that XRP could explode to $500 in the following years. It is worth mentioning that the coin's market capitalization should spike to over $250 trillion for this to happen. In comparison, the entire market cap of the sector was just $3 trillion in 2021, when many digital assets, including Bitcoin, charted all-time highs. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.